welcome back to our Python tutorial. So this is going to be our last episode on this tutorial, which is about inheritance in Python. So for those that have been following me, this is what we did last time. Now there is a bit of addition when you look at the codes. First of all, just to review this code. So the first thing that we wanted is to create a person class, and you can see there, and we actually initialize that class so that we can add some properties which are just later on the variables that you're going to assign to the value that we want them to be attached to. And then we also have this method that is created inside the class person. So this is doing literally nothing, just to print out the names that we putting in, like. And then after that, on line 14, we are actually creating what is called an object. So this is a real thing. So an object attached to this class person, and together with just these these properties, or rather these variables. So this value is attached to this variable that we are calling first name, and this value is attached to the other variable last name or AO name. And then this is just printing out. So when I call out this object, and then I get this method. Okay, so this is what you can see right here, what's happening. So we have the print name. Okay, when you look at this part, if I want to say I'm going to say print then I'm going to say p1, okay, dot print name. Okay, or this one can just be called, so this one is a p1 dot print name. Okay, so I'm gonna actually comment out this. So this is we did this, guys. So for those that we want to see the tutorial on this one, you can just check out my YouTube channel, and you go to the computer programming list. So this is just going to speed up this part. Okay, because I'm printing on line 11, I don't have to say print on line 27. That's a whole concept. So I'm using Sublime. This is a Control B. Okay, so now you can see that I'm looking at so you can see that I'm looking at this from parent class Mike Warrior. And then now I want us to follow properly. Okay, so now this is done. Okay, so I can just comment out this one. Now what I'm going to do, let's come to line 18. We have another class. Now this another class is a student. Okay, now what is happening, this is now what is we are calling inheritance in Python. Okay, inheritance. So what is happening now is that we are inheriting everything this class has, and basically what we're just getting is our first name and last name there. Okay, now because maybe you don't want to start maybe defining some other properties, maybe this student is going to have similar thing. Okay, similar stuff. Okay, so now you can look at this now, student class. This is now what you call a subclass or a child class. So we do the same line 20. What we are doing is we are now initializing this one so that it can have also what is called the self variable there. We have this and that. Okay, now the other thing that you must be able to understand you can also use, if I don't want to use this super function, then I can just bring this, okay, and so now what is happening on line 24 is that let's say for example the person dot underscore underscore self. Now what is going to happen is that at this point in time now I just want to maintain whatever this person class, which when you go at the top it has got the first name and last name. So what this means is that the student name will also actually carry, okay, will pass on, will actually inherit whatever property the person class has. So this we have self, first name and last name. So I want you to look at the difference between if we want actually to sort of like inherit everything from the person, so we bring this one person like that, okay. And the other thing is you can also use a function called super, okay. You can use the function called super, okay. Now the difference is that when I use the function called super, I don't have to explicitly now call out that parent class, the person within this function, okay, within the function, okay. Since it is only called here, okay, we have actually access to the person, but once I come to line 22, okay, I can just use this function called super, and the moment I use this function called super, I don't have to include the self, okay, because the self is already actually initialized on line 20. So that's the most important thing. So now once you do that, then I can now create an object that is attached to this child class, the student class. So as we know, so the first name is Mike, and then let's say this. Okay, so let's have something like that. Okay, so now I'm going to print now so I'm going to just print, then say, now I like this one, your name is, and then we put now x dot f name, and then also, now by the way this should be small letter, and then now here also have x dot l name, okay. Okay, so let's see how this is going to turn out. Okay, so you want to run this one, just Control B. Okay, so now it says your name is James Peary, okay, because that this is now our student now, okay. So we are not actually getting the properties from the person object, okay, because each object can actually plug in different kind of values for those particular properties. So let's not have a comma there, okay. Let me dot okay, so if I want, I can also capitalize the first letter, as you can see. So James Peary, and then so that those are just now the methods that you can start now applying. I can also do the same to the last name dot Harper. So this is the method, okay. I run this again, so now you can see that I now have James Peary both first name and last name are capitalized. Okay, so this is now the idea when you look at the difference between the super function as well as also the person. When you want to literally say that we want to inherit or borrow whatever the person as a parent class, whatever properties that it came with, then you can do that. So if I do comment, so the hashtag is a comment in Python, and then uncomment on line 24. If I do this, nothing is going to change. Let me just, if we want to see that some changes have taken place, I can say James Banda. Okay, so let's, okay, so now we can see literally that we have James Banda. Okay, so that's probably the main difference between the super function and just literally saying this is now coming from the the parent class, which is on line 3 there. Okay, so that's marks our end of this tutorial. Thank you so much. If you want, you can play around with this code. I'll be able to share this code on my GitHub so that whenever you are free, and you can actually modify this code. So thank you so much for watching, and I love you all. Subscribe and like this video. Thank you so much.